Welcome back, everyone. This is Akinar, and we're back with more Baba Is You. And let's just keep going here on the cavern. Let's check out Join the Crew. Level 9. All right, we are working once again with our group keyword that we saw last time. And this time we've got a crew of bats. We've got a crew of bats to help us out. So what are we trying to do? We've got flag is win. We've got bat is bat and defeat. So no transforming the bats. We have wall and rock is stop. And these rocks are blocking a bat keyword. And we also have rock as part of a piece of text. So what do we want to do here? Right now we are Baba Is You, but it's via group. So we need to get to the flag, but you cannot cross anything that's defeat. And so we cannot make the bats not defeat. So how do we actually move something across the bats into the area that is flag? How do we do that? What is the creative use of group here that we're trying to aim for? We want to do... We could do something like making rock you. That's one thing we could do. Now that would give us access to the bats. Could we not just make bat you? Because bat is defeat, right? Cannot do bat is you. Can we... How do we utilize group to our advantage here? Group can act as both ending text as well as starting text. So how do we utilize that? We need to get something across. I'm definitely not used to thinking in terms of group just yet. We've only done a couple puzzles with this, and they were pretty straightforward. The first couple group puzzles were really the introductory level puzzles to get you acquainted, but being acquainted with a keyword is a little different than fully knowing how to use it. So we've made rock is you, and we have access to this bat. So do we want to do... How do we either move the bats or move something behind the bats? We don't have access to push. We don't have access to move or swap or any of these funky movement tricks that we would normally have. How do we... Definitely not seeing anything right at the moment. Gotta wrap my head around this puzzle. What is group? So the understanding that I have so far is that group acts as kind of a bucket, more or less. So you can put objects like Baba or bat or rock into the group. So you can say Baba is group, and now Baba is part of your group. And then you can apply properties to the entire bucket. So everything that is a part of the group, whenever you say group is you, everything that's in group will get to be you. The issue is I'm not immediately seeing how to use that in this puzzle, because maybe I need to look again at the previous puzzles, because we had a couple that really walked us in to this, and it was very evident what the benefit was. Because, okay, so we started out with something similar here. However, the goal of this puzzle was simply to... The way that we solved this puzzle was to assign Baba is you, similar to how we did in the other one. And that gave us the ability to take these two group keywords and say rock is group. And group is push. And I want to do this first, I think. So now this is essentially saying rock is push. And that was the way for us to get to the flag. However, that is very different, or seemingly very different, from join the crew, because we don't have access to another property. The only property right now that it looks like we can access is you. Is there a way we can access win? I don't think so. Wall is stop, so flag is win. And I don't think there's any changing that. We can't transform the bats into anything else. Bat is bat. So what can we do? We could say, like, we can transform. We can obviously transform... We could transform rock into Baba. We could transform Baba into rock, but I don't think that necessarily helps me. What is it that group... There is... The arrangement of the text here is such that we could... We can't break this, right? That can't be broken. We would have to do something first where we say rock is you. If we say rock is you, that could allow us to put... Oh, I think I see it. I think I see it. I think the advantage here is this. I think what it lets us do... We have to be creative with our text, but I think what we can do is... Okay, we get this line down here. Or do we? Because now we can break this. Now we can break this. And what I'm thinking we want to do is we want to have Baba. Oh, no, we do it like this. We do it like this. So we have Baba is group, and we have Bat is group. And now we say group is you. Because now we've deleted the bats from existence because you and defeat makes whatever is that, those two things go away. However, we're still you. We still have access to Baba. So I have a hunch, I have a feeling that we're going to be seeing this alignment, this crisscross reusing of is when we're dealing with group. Okay, an initial hurdle to get over there, but there wasn't too much to work with in that puzzle, so we had to come up with something, and that is an area clear. That is an area clear, which means we have opened up another path in the overworld. I'll be very interested to check that path out soon enough, but let's keep going with the puzzles here in the cavern, and we'll head on to, I'm guessing, our last group puzzle. Automation? Sorry. Automaton? Words are hard. Words is hard. All right, we got our soldiers standing guard here again, and it looks like our soldiers, aka statues, actually get to be part of the action. A lot of times they're just sort of standing around here looking pretty, but this time we have some text down at the bottom that we can make the phrase. Right now ice is defeat, but we can have ice is melt and statue is defeat. Now why does that matter? Why does that matter? Flag is win. I don't see a flag. But ice has flag. So we got to get a flag out of the ice. And presumably, we have to melt the ice with something being hot. Okay. Probably group. Group needs to be what is hot, maybe. Cliff is stop. Box is box. Me is me. Our little friend me over here. Text is float, interestingly. I guess text is float because they don't want us to somehow make text hot. I don't know how we would do that. Also, Baba is Baba, so it doesn't look like there's much in the way of transformation we can do. So what is the goal we're working at here? We've got to get something that is hot to the ice. Maybe that's going to be a box. Maybe that's just going to be Baba. We also have me that needs to be down here in order to push this text into place. However, we've got sort of an airlock situation here, or whatever you want to call it, where we've had several puzzles like this. I forgot that ice was defeat. Eventually, statues are going to be defeat. So we need to be. It looks like we need to be both you and hot, and in here, right? So we need to be something, whether that is Baba or a box. Looks like the only two objects we have access to. One of those things has to be in this area here. And we also have to have control of me in order to get down to activate Ice's melt. So how do we make that happen? So we could start with box is group. And we could say me is group. And then we actually would want to do this a little differently. I'm guessing we're going to be doing another one of these crisscross lineups. And I think we want to have one of our group phrases up here. So we can switch over. We can make the switch from Baba is you to group is you like we did before. Now, I'm gonna have to think a little bit exactly what is going to be hot. Is it going to be group? Group probably makes sense, but might have to think about this a little bit. It feels like, it feels like me has to be part of the group. It makes sense for me to be part of the group, right? Because if we're saying that the group is you, that feels like the ultimate goal here. However, oh, they have another is. So I don't want to put that me there. I forgot there was another is. So that actually might, that feels like it would simplify things a lot. Now, is there any drawback for me being a box as opposed to Baba? I don't think so. So can we do this? And do... This is just structured enough here so we can go like this. And then... Is it as straightforward as this? Oops. Okay. What am I missing? I'm not missing anything. Okay, it was not that hard of a puzzle. See what I'm saying? This is... The nature of Baba is, you know, some of the earlier worlds. It feels like relatively World 9 has been pretty... There have not been a lot of humdingers. I really haven't felt thrown for a loop in this world. At the same time, I'm getting a lot more comfortable with the game and getting a lot more comfortable with the rules in general. So, experience, knowing all the Baba tricks, maybe paying off here. Let's check out Trick Door. Trick Door. Our friend Ghost is back. I see a new word. I see tile. Maybe we've had tile before. We might have had tile before in the Jaywalkers level, I think. What is our win condition this time? Flag is win. We've had a lot of flag is win. Ghost facing wall. We have facing back. Okay. Baba is you. We have access to not. Usually some pretty powerful things you can do with not. We need to be able to make flag as win. But in order to do that, it looks like we are going to be forced to transform our tile into, well, all of our tiles into walls, but of course the most important tile is this one here. And it's similar to other levels where we've had sort of a one-way trip into another section. We can only get through one time here. And so flag is win, but how do we generate the flag? Ghost has flag. Key is open and ghost is shut. So we have to be able to get a key to the ghost. Wall is stop and wall is not push. Interesting, they have an and there. So wall is not push because we have access to not, which creatively would be able to let us do things like not ghost is push, right? How are we approaching this? Okay, so Y is facing here. Ghost facing wall is push. Sure, obviously that alignment is not, doesn't seem like that's going to be useful. But why would they want facing to be a thing? What does facing allow us to do here? Does facing allow us to somehow not transform the wall? I wonder. That might be what we're supposed to do. So if we're saying that or could we also just say, well, okay, we could say wall is not tile. However, that's gonna create a bottleneck here that is not good for us. Let me just play that out to be sure. But it looks like they've accounted for that. If we say wall is not tile, that would overwrite wall is tile. However, all the text is going to be jammed up in a way that doesn't allow us to get by. Also, it's the tile rule. I got it backwards. Whoops. My bad. So that doesn't even do that doesn't even do what I was thinking. Is there some... So I can't... Yeah, I don't have access to tile anywhere else. So of course, that doesn't prevent the transformation. So that tile as wall is happening, I think, no matter what. So... Unless... we are allowed to turn... I misread this text. I misread this here too. Okay, it's very important to read your rules correctly. Wall is wall. Wall is stop. Wall is not push. I thought this was an is here at first. So there's no transforming the walls. They're giving us not, and they're giving us key, and they're giving us facing. This one is throwing me for a loop right now, because I need to maybe remember first of all what facing is. Obviously, facing, I think we only had one puzzle with it so far, and it was very specific. You had to be one square. You had to be adjacent to the thing that you're facing, and you had to be pointed toward it. And then whatever, if that condition were true, then you would apply the property or the transformation. However, you could avoid that. You could avoid the condition by being next to the wall, but not facing it. How does that help us here? Are we supposed to be preventing... I don't think we can prevent this transformation. We need to be able to turn... We need to be able to say the flag is... Oh, okay, so I guess maybe what we're supposed to be doing here is pushing the ghost with us. We want to be in some way saying that ghost is push to go like this so that we're able to get out with the ghost. And once we're... The issue, though... The issue... Do we need to say that the ghost not facing wall is push? Is it as simple as that? They're giving us access to both key and is, so I'm sure it's not as simple as that. Although, we could just make key as push. What does this do? Now, I needed to... The problem is I needed to change... I needed to first edit the ghost's position. So let's just do this. And let's do this. But now, we say... This. The problem is we didn't push our flag into win, but that's not much of a problem. There we go. Okay. Trying my best not to overcomplicate things. And these puzzles so far are not requiring a ridiculous anything close to overcomplication. Let's keep it rolling here, why don't we? We've got a good start to things. Trapped. I'm feeling trapped all of a sudden. Level 12, what do we got? So we have telly. They are giving us telly. Telly is always fun. In this case, box is telly. I do like the telly sounds. Telly sounds are fun. Interestingly, text is not float. Oftentimes when they give us a telly puzzle, text will be float as well. So in this case, they are allowing us to do funky things with text teleportation. Which could be good. We'll see. Oops. Need to not mix up my weight. Oh. I just discovered one of the rules. We've seen this rule before. This rule can get very funky. Alright. No facing walls. At least if you're Baba. Baba facing walls, not good. Box is telly. We can also make Baba telly, but I don't think that does anything when there's only one of you. We could make belt also telly, but there's only one belt. I also need to not do that. Oh boy, this is potentially going to limit things. Flag is not win yet. Let's see. If I want to... Oh, I think I see what's going on here. So, it's going to be a little difficult for me to say flag is win. I need to maybe move this box. Could I get the box right here? That is probably what I meant to do. The problem is how? I did disable belt as shift. The problem is I don't have access to push. I only have access to shift, but I can teleport text. How do we do this? I need to be able to activate my phrase, flag is win. And the only way initially that I'm seeing that is if I can manage to get a box there. But that seems to be a significant hurdle. How am I doing that? We have belt is shift, which I cannot actually do anything. I can't actually move this now the way that I want, now that it's up against the wall. So let's reset this. This Baba facing wall rule is a little limiting. They've also said belt is not telly. Belt is not telly. Is that because you could potentially change the boxes into belts? And they don't want you... Okay, you can't do any transformation anyways because belt is belt and box is box. So we're stuck with the pieces that we've got here. Unless we want to change Baba into something, but Baba is you, so we can't change Baba into anything. So we are stuck with the pieces that are on the board here. So if that's the case, then how am I moving anything? How do I move either the boxes or the shift? Not the shift, the belt. So the first step here would seem to be just, how do we move anything? Okay, let me see what happens if Baba is telly. I don't think anything should happen. When you only have one of an object, the telly doesn't matter. So I also don't know though why belt is not telly. Why does belt have to not be telly? Oh, wait a second. I just realized something. I just realized something. All right, chat, this may be not as difficult. This might be a little less difficult than we were initially thinking because wall is not stop. We just can't face the wall. That doesn't mean we can't go through it. Now, how does that help us? Hell if I know. But we at least know that wall is not stop. Does that mean that we could potentially arrange the text? It should mean that we can arrange the text here. All this box is telly and belt is whatever nonsense. We don't really need any of it, do we? We don't actually need any of it. Other than we need to be able to... We need to be able to create... We need... This is tricky. This is definitely tricky. Or at least it's trickier than I initially thought. Because I was thinking we can start to push words through here. That's why box is telly. Box is telly because I need one word. I need one word to be in where the box is. Right? And then I can do... I need box to still... Actually, yeah, box needs to still be telly so I can get back. I can't quite do this. I need to do it a little smarter. I need to do this. And then I do this. And then I do this. That's actually as far as I can go. Maybe. My initial idea was to try to push enough text up through here so that I could... The thing is that even in that case, the text is still up against a wall. So that initial line isn't going to do it either. But now at least I have maybe a goal in that I'm trying to get text to push flag is win into position for me. Is it as simple as I need... It looks like maybe we need to do... this? No, I'm gonna end up... No matter what I do here, how do I actually push text up to where the flag is? Because aren't I... Eventually I'm gonna be up against the wall somehow? or facing the wall. Like if I want to get under this shift to push it up, I'm facing the wall. They are giving us belt is shift. But how does that help us? Because it doesn't feel like we can actually even shift anything. Oh, wait a second. No, we can, right? We could theoretically shift. Let's say we push this here for now. And let's say we push this here for now. Maybe box needs... I mean, box has to be telly at some point, though. But this is also gonna... This doesn't help me. Unless it does? How are we doing this? I'm definitely feeling a little stuck here. What is the path to victory? We need to say flag is win. I don't have enough words. What words do I have, do I realistically have access to? I don't think I have... I mean, access. How is that defined? Words that I could, like, get off of... Get away from being near a wall so that I can use them. I think it's only these 5 words, because this is... Even if I push it over here, I don't have a way to get around it. To push it down. So, I could maybe push it this way. Like, if we are supposed to be utilizing this... What if we do this? Oh, but I need... Oops. This is not gonna do it, I think. Is the... This is a toughie. We've had our first toughie, and we might come back to this one. Because there's really not an intuitive approach that is presenting itself for me at the moment. We're not transforming anything. There's no transformations here. It's all about how are we pushing the text through the walls creatively. There's a little bit of fire down there in the bottom right, but that's not a thing on this board. There's no fire text. So where are we going with things? I can't walk through here, right? There's no way for Baba to walk directly into the space where flag is win. At least not that I'm seeing, unless there is some creative... I don't think I can move either the box or the belt, right? I think those things are set in place. So the only things that we are able to maneuver are the pieces of text. Unless I'm missing something. So where are we maneuvering those things? It feels like we want to be maneuvering them onto this column here underneath flag, somehow positioning some text. But even then, unless we make Baba is shift. Maybe that's what we're supposed to be doing, make Baba shift. Because if we make Baba shift, that is the one word here that I can get access to, is I can say Baba is shift. I want to be careful about not losing access to things. But if I say Baba is shift, that's how I move stuff around, of course. Of course. And it almost makes things act as though they were push. Now I still can't push. I still can't push. That does push the text. However, if I push the text onto the box doesn't move. I was thinking maybe I could get a piece of text onto the, not a piece of text, a box onto the wall. But how do I get a box to the wall without also facing the wall? Baba is shift. I can't shift the belt, can I? Wait, am I allowed to shift? I'm not really allowed to shift the walls, though. Walls are not stop, but the shift doesn't take place before I'm facing the wall. The evaluation of facing is happening before the shift is happening. Otherwise, the puzzle would be too easy, right? Okay, so we have new information at least. But now what do we do with it? Now what? I think I see it. I think I see it. Shit. We're not there yet. Okay, so facing really takes precedence, doesn't it? I feel like it's got to be something like this, though, where you're meant to teleport to one of the boxes that is next to the wall while you are facing away from the wall. Can I... How do I make that happen? Like, we could do something like this. A box is next to a wall in this case, but this doesn't help us because there's too many other walls nearby. So if I were to now disable this, I could get in the teleporter, and then I could teleport like this, and then I would be next to the wall, but not facing it. But I need this to be by a single row of wall, because I can't turn into this because there's another wall behind it. If I could do that, if I could do this, but let it be near a single wall, we're through. Maybe we don't have to go... Maybe we don't have to go through the wall, though. What if we don't have to go through the wall? What if we just need... What if we just need to shift the other box? I'm gonna reset. Okay, I wasn't sure where that box on the bottom was to begin with. So what we need to do... We need our shift. We need Baba's shift ability to be toggled. We also need to do... like this. No, this has the same problem. This has the same problem. Or does it? It doesn't have the same problem. I love this game. I don't love this game. I thought flag was pushed for a second. I forgot it's Baba's shift. I got scared. And I was like, wait a second. Debated. Oh, that feels good. That feels good. I enjoyed that one. Great puzzles. Great puzzles. Let's keep it going. Let's take a look at the tunnel. Very clever, though. Very clever. I might need to take a look at that previous puzzle just to digest all the things in that, but I feel good about getting that one. All right, so tunnel. I guess the tunnel is this. This is our little tunnel here. Once again, we have facing. So I think all three of these puzzles have had facing so far. Skull is not. What's our win con? Once again, flag is win, but it's stuck behind a bunch of lava. And lava is sink. So we need something to sink the lava. Apparently it's not going to be fire, because fire is not push. Fire not on skull is defeat. That's a very interesting line. So right now this fire here is no bueno. But if we could manage to get skulls on top of it, it looks like we're probably going to have to manage to get skulls on top of it, because otherwise, I mean, we could always ride the belts. I'm assuming that we're getting some number of skulls. We have to get at least 2 skulls to sink the lava for us, right? But there are 2 skulls on the far side, and we have 3 skulls over here. So maybe we're using these 3 skulls to create a way back for us once we've gone to this side here. The issue is that we need skulls to be push in order to move them into the lava. But we need them to not be pushed in order for us to get back. They just have to be sitting here on top of the fire. Can we make that happen? Why is the facing here? What can we do with facing here? We could maybe create a conditional where skull... Oh. We could say that skull... Skull facing skull is not push. Now, we can't actually say that, though, because another problem that we've got here... Maybe it's not a problem, though. But it is a problem. Okay, let's think through this. There is a piece of lava here. So if we want to use this rule, we have to get the lava out of the way. Because otherwise... Because what I was thinking of... If I could get a rule where... Gonna make skull as push temporarily. Like, if we could position two skulls so that they're facing each other, like, they'll be push right up until this moment, right? Where they're not. If I can make skull facing skull is not push. Right now, I'm not sure if I can make that. I mean, I could make it. I could use this skull to do this. And then I could say skull... Not facing skull is push. There's only one problem, though. I already made those. That's a little bit of a problem, first of all. I need to make them push, at least to start. But... Oh, this is not going to be push at this point. That one's going to be push. So actually... I mean, I just deactivate the rule, right? I deactivate the rule, and I can get both of them in here. However... One skull is facing the other, but the one on the right is not. If I now enable this rule, that skull is still push. That's the little wrinkle that we're running into here. Is that I don't seem to have enough skulls to be able to get back. So that is my my initial naive solution, but it doesn't work. I would have to take one of these skulls over, like this, and then I could get across. But then I can't get the other skull here to push into the lava. Like, now I can kind of freely walk across here, that's fine. As long as this rule here is... No, wait a second. Wait a second. I mean, I have a problem no matter what, right? Whether I'm getting a skull... Because I don't need skulls to be push anymore, right? If I can maneuver into this scenario, now I have all these words available to me, but that's a problem because I can't actually get these words out into the open space here. So this is not quite gonna do it. So I might have already screwed myself by my initial approach. I'm not exactly sure where we went wrong, so I am going to reset. Do we have to remove this? Do we have to remove this piece of lava here? Do I even need facing? Can I just say skull is not push after I say skull is push? No, I can't, because I can't just say skull is not push, because I need to be able to push the two skulls that are in the bottom right to the lava. That's where the facing conditional helps me. Facing allows me to push some skulls, but not others. But I don't think I can lose any of this text, can I? Text is not float, so text could be used to delete the lava there, but I don't know that I can... I don't think I can afford to delete any of these. Unless I use the knot. Do I need the knot? Skull facing skull is push? Is that useful? Skull facing skull is push? Maybe I can... I don't think that's gonna work either. Skull facing skull is a little too restrictive. I could maybe... No, I'm gonna... You can't do anything with that, right? Let me just see how it works, but I don't think this is gonna work. Skull facing skull is push. Like, none of these are push, right? None of these are even push to begin with, so that doesn't help me. Am I forced to use a skull to get rid of this lava? It feels like it. But I'm also not sure how I get to a win using that. The most promising rule feels like skull not facing skull is push. Could we do something else? We could maybe do... No, we can't do skull facing not skull is push. That doesn't do anything, right? It's kind of the same as the rule we had. Skull facing not skull. Yeah, these are just not push. It feels like the only rule that's worth anything at all is skull not facing skull is push. But how do I get... Skull not facing skull is push, right? Right, I had to disable this rule first. Might have to come back to this one. What am I missing here? Is there any other arrangement that we could use that's useful at all? We really only have access to the skull object word. This is just what we did before. How do I turn that one skull around? Can you just, you know, nicely do an about face for me over there? Oh, right. I can walk here because this first one is not push. But the minute I take a step more, no bueno. Does that help me? Don't think that helps me. Could I use any one of these pieces of text and still have a conditional that helps me? Like if I say skull is push, let's say I start it. I don't think I don't think I can say other. If I like get rid of not, we can't say not skull is push, can we? Did I totally overlook that one? I think I totally, no, but we can't do not skull is push. I was thinking at least to move the lava, I could make not skull is push, but they prohibited that. The only way to make not skull is push is to delete this piece of lava first, and by then, you don't need not skull is push anymore. So they thought of that one too. We might come back to this one, I think. For whatever reason, I'm just not quite seeing this one yet. So let's go ahead and we'll take a break from that one. It's funny, we've got a singular puzzle here all by itself. Maybe it unlocks some extras or something. But let's take a look at it. Broken expectations. Had our first stumper of the day, but that's fine. It's bound to happen. All right. Broken expectations. Whole bunch of broken pieces of text, lines of text here. All right, once again, we're trying to make flag is win. How do we get there? Rock is push. Stop is stop. Except stop is not stop. Text is not push. But Baba is shift. Oh my. That is a... Okay. Well. Text is not push. We've only had, I think, one puzzle before with text is not push. You've got to be... for that puzzle, we had teleport to help us. This time we have Baba is shift, which kind of helps us up until the point where we've got to push other stuff. Wait, so how the heck do I even... What? There's another is down here. I can say door is open. And I can bring... We still have to say flag is win. How am I saying that flag is win? So this stop is not stopping me. I'm coming through. Move. Stop. Get out the way. Wall is not push. Wall is stop. We can potentially break the text is not push, right? We have access to that. So all of a sudden text is push again. But now... Well, I can get through though. If I do this. Okay. So now I can go... Baba's shift. Almost got debated again. Let's push not here, because we can probably push all this stuff out in the right order. Maybe. Let's leave it all right there for now. Well, now we go say flag is win, right? Okay. We got that part solved. Now, I presume we need to say somehow that rock is shut. In order to get to the flag, we got to get rid of the door. We can make the door open. And wall is stopped this time, so there's no like pushing text through walls or anything. What are we using to open the door? That's what's confusing me at the moment. It's gotta be the rock, right? We can't use Baba to shift the door, and even if we could, it would be on top of the flag. We need to open the door, right? Or we can say text is shut. Is it as easy as that? Maybe it's as easy as that. Let's not push words up against walls if we don't have to. Door is open. Oh, but you can't have... Oh. You have to say... No, what do you have to say here? Because you can't... This... Okay, I hadn't even thought about the fact that this all is positioned in such a weird way that... Wait a second. How are you supposed to have door is open while something is shut? The only thing that can breach this gap here is a knot? I can't shift the word door out. How am I utilizing shut? This is the only shut and this is the only open. I need to make the door open so I can get rid of it. And then I need something to be shut. How the heck am I gonna do that? I only have one knot. So I can't say not something is not shut. It feels like you have to put a knot here. It feels like this has to happen. But that doesn't help me. What? Huh? How are we gonna get by this hurdle? Baba is shift. Oh, we can get by the hurdle because we can stack text. We already stacked is and push. So we can stack is with another piece of text. That's what we do. So we need text to still be not push for some instance for some period of time. So we need this push still. How do I want to arrange this? Let's get this out into this open space here. And we're going to say, once again, we're going to say text is not push. And then I want to stack text with is. Now I think we can win. Because now we take an is and we put it here. And we do this. And now any of the remaining words will work. Let's go. Up until that moment where things click. You can feel so stuck, and then all of a sudden, wait a second, you just got to realize what you did already. I've seen that before watching myself back, and I've seen it watching some other people play the earlier puzzles that I've solved already. You'll very often do something that is integral to the puzzle. You'll do it like maybe in the first. It's almost maybe designed. I would be interested at some point when I'm done with the game if there is some commentary or some feedback from the game creator, because we had to stack text, right? In order to make rock not push, the game was forcing us to stack. Also, we stacked text inadvertently by going up and trying to say flag is win, while these rules here were all still in place. So the initial steps of the puzzle force you to do something that is going to be integral to you solving the puzzle later. I think I might have also done something on the first facing level that we saw, although inadvertently just walking near the wall at a point and not realizing that I was not facing it. And I think I've seen somebody else do that as well. Very interesting how the puzzle design madness. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed Broken Expectations. Let's try the bonus level. I took a brief peek at it. I took a brief peek at Coronation, and I saw Swap, and I turned right around and left. But let's give it a go here. Even though this is an extra that's not a follow-on from the previous level that unlocked it, it's not a variation. It's a completely different puzzle. We'll still give it a look here. So rock is win, and Kiki is you, but also lava and rock is defeat. Okay. There's not much to work with here. It's another one of these where the setup seems like it could be very simple, but swap does funky things. How are we using swap? What are we have to make something other than rock win. So either we have to make text win. Actually, we have to make text win, don't we? Text needs to become win, and then we need to somehow utilize the rock to swap us onto a place where text is. So let's say that we make... Let's say that we make rock is push, and we push it here. But now we say that rock is swap. Let's just find out what this does, because I'm not exactly sure what this does. That did work the way that I thought it would. Win, the word win goes into the spot where the rock is, and because rock is swap, we probably need text. The trouble I'm having here is it's another one of these problems where you kind of need one thing to be two. You need something to be two things, which probably means that you need to stack text. I think that's the lesson that I'm starting to learn here, is that the game is going to want you more and more to stack text. The question is, how do you do that? If text is swap, how do we stack the text? Because I can't push the text anymore. can I can put a word on top of the rock, right? I can put something on top of the rock. Let's disable swap for the moment. And let's put the word push on top of the rock. Now, I want something to be... What do I want to stack is the question. Do I want text? I think I want rock to be both push and swap. I think that's what I'm going for here. But I am not completely sure how I would make that happen. Or... God damn you, swap. What about this? What if we do this? No, I tried this already. Do I need this, the text to be over one? Okay, I need to think this one through. This is another great thing about this game is that you're usually not gonna get there by just guessing. You might stumble into some things, but generally you're not gonna be able to just throw crap at the wall and make it stick. You do have to be deliberate. It kind of forces you and also rewards you for being deliberate. So what exactly is the sequence that I would want to happen? I would love it. I think I would love it if I could have both text is win and also rock is swap and push. Could I get push and swap on top of another? How do I get two pieces of text on top of each other? Maybe that's the case that we try to finagle. How is that possible with what is it? How do you stack two pieces of text? I could put swappable objects onto the rock, which is what I did before, right? I put a piece of text onto the rock. But of course I could just push text onto a rock normally if it's not push. So getting text onto a rock is not a problem. The problem is stacking the text. Have I done that yet? My memory is already so bad. I don't even remember if I've actually swapped two words together. And how would I even go about doing that? Can I... If text is up against a wall... If text is up against a wall. Not sure how I would sequence this. Let's hydrate. Stretch it out. I could be approaching this wrong. I can't make rock win, and I can't make Kiki win, so I have to make text win. Text is the only thing we can make win. And if text is win, I can't say text is not push. And so the only way for me to get text on top of Kiki is some sort of swap shenanigans, right? Which I have done before. Maybe not. Do I need to review the swap puzzles that we've done already? I feel like I should be going back to my goal of trying to stack 2 pieces of text. How does that look? What is the sequence that has to happen? Is it something I could even make happen? I can get text on top of me. If text is swap, I can get text on top of me. Now, if text is still swap, that's how I stack the words. So what I need to be able to push the rock into the first word that I want to stack, and then I need to be able to step onto the other word that I want to stack while keeping text as swap. Now, what did I say that I wanted to stack? Do I want to stack... I can't stack swap and win, can I? Because don't I break? If I try to stack swap and win, I've broken my swap. Unless I say something clever. Unless I say something clever like rock is... And I can't make rock swap. I need rock to be pushed, don't I? Is it good enough? Is it good enough to do this? Can I say text? I only have one is. Maybe I want to be stacking the is. No, I don't want to stack the is, do I? I need to stack objects. Not objects, properties. I need 2 properties to be on top of each other. Maybe that's good enough. Is stacking 2 properties good enough? Can I just do that? I need text not to be swapped for a moment. What I wanted to do was push win down here. Maybe that's good enough. Maybe all I need to do is do this and that. Now if I can make something win and push, I can say rock is swap. If I can make text win and push. Rock is swap. This doesn't work. I don't think I need win and push. I don't know if I can put win and push. That's not good enough, right? Because I can't make rock win. I need text to be swap, right? I need text to be both swap and win. And rock is push. Did I just do this in the wrong order? The problem is swap. As always, the swap is always the problem. Maybe try rock is swap. Good one, Mabian. I like it. Am I a dingus? Am I just being a dingus? Very possible. Don't be dingus. Now, there's a problem here, though. Hold on. Hold on. I think there's a problem. But not for long. Okay. There's a problem. Sag. Swap takes precedence. Is this not the solution? Do I really need swap and win to be the thing? I need text to be both swap and win? Could I have done that? Or am I just still being a dingus and missing the obvious thing here? Text is swap and rock is push. But I can put win. Did I not stack? What did I just have? Now I'm forgetting what I had. But text is not swap anymore. I can't do it that way. Oh no. I'm starting to be 100% lost, SK. What did you just try a moment ago? That's what I'd like to know. Do I need to review my VOD? Is this a VOD review moment here? God damn it. Okay, hold on. Let's just walk through this. Let me just walk through and make sure I'm not still being a dingus. I might have just overlooked something. I went like this, so I could get push and win on the same line. Now, what if I say that rock is push and swap? That doesn't matter. Being pushed doesn't matter because you're just swap. Swap is the only thing that matters. So it feels like we maybe need to do swap and win. But did I not try that already? Or am I not able to do it? Is there some way that I've just overlooked? Swap and win. How do I make swap and win? Rock is push for the moment. All I got out of all of that is swap takes effect before defeat. I mean, it feels like swap takes effect before everything. It's like, there's no way around it. Am I able to say swap and win are on the same line? Or am I off in left field on a tangent? It just feels like we need to be able to assign two properties. Because I have to make text win. And the only way for text to conceivably be win and something that I can get on the same square as is for text to be both swap and win. If I could get... I've done this, right? I've done this a couple times now. Text is swap. I use the rock to swap onto something. Oh. I need this rock is pushed to be... Dang it, I need to be right here. Shit. Slippery bastard is right. What the actual hell? Only having one is very limiting. Okay, hold on. We just need to position. I think I might be getting tired is part of maybe what's going on here. So let's push this rock out of here and let's just put the rock over here. No, but this is... No, this actually is going to work, isn't it? That's what I wanted to do. Holy fucking shit. I just needed to move the rock. That's a very... It's one of those things when you're sitting there in the spectator seat and you're just like, how does he not see this? And you're like throwing shit at your screen. I can only imagine how many times that has happened for Akinar viewers. Glad to have you all here. Be sure to hit that follow button. Be sure to like and subscribe. In the process, assuming that your keyboard and other related computer equipment are not broken from frustration. But that is almost a complete World 9. Now, we have unlocked something. And I think with the remaining brain power that I have left, we are going to check. We are going to check. I would subscribe twice. If I could subscribe twice, I would. We have a new path open to us, and we have to check it out. We have to see level 10. The mountaintop. Yo, is this Celeste all of a sudden? Have we made it to the summit? I like the sun. I can see the sun over there. Praise the sun. Okay, well, we only have to solve 6 puzzles on this world. However, it's only showing us 8 to begin with, so perhaps looks are deceiving here. What do we got? Shuffle. New keyword? Not a new keyword, but we have no music. I think that is a first. Unless it's just taken a long time to kick in. I think it's a very, very subtle piece of music. All right, we do have lonely. We're feeling a little lonely here up on the mountaintop. There's that music kicking in. I'm kind of digging the gradual lead in with the music. All right, we have our icy cliffs, it looks like now. I'm not even in puzzle mode right now. I'm just sort of like sitting on the edge of my seat waiting for the music. They are going a little bit Celeste here. I'm not gonna lie. Time to get a double jump. Double dash, excuse me. Okay, let's try to switch the brain over into puzzle mode here. This game is awesome. Lonely Baba is you. Lonely Baba is you. Well, we don't want that, right? We need, at some point, for Baba to be not lonely. In order for Baba to get out of the cliffs, Baba is going to have to be not lonely, at least for some point here, while Baba goes past the tree. So I need to not be lonely. But how do I do that? By changing where skull is to feet is at. And then we go like this. And then we go like this. I am digging this music. So now we can get out, but skull is still defeat. How do we break skull is defeat? Or we make skull is you. Or we say introductory level here, trying to teach us something. Wait, I can't do that either. I was gonna say lonely skull is defeat. Except I can do that. Just be smarter. We have just enough room. Okay. Cool. So no new mechanic, but similar to level 9. Or at least no new keywords, I should say, but giving you ways to play with lonely, right? I don't think we've actually been able to play around with that before. So once again, got to get your puzzle brain into a different train of thought. We'll keep going here for a little bit longer. Let's see if we can do one more. Love at first sight. I'm liking the mountain. Look at that. We got birdies. I'm just waiting for strawberries at this point. That's the only thing we're missing. They're gonna have to say it's berry. Strawberry is too long of a word. Okay. Bird is you. We're very close. I don't know if Sparky's still here, but we're very close. Very, very close to having bird is word. That is the level. Bird is you, bird is push. Actually, not bird is you, excuse me. Love is you. And love on bird is you. I'm not even fully reading the words here, which is a sign that we probably need to call it quits. Lonely love is you. Very important. So as soon as I walk on the grass, we're not lonely anymore. Is that grass? What exactly are those? Pebbles? Okay. So we need to be able to push a birdie onto the pebbles. And then we need to be able to break bird as push so we can get out. But we also need to be able to sink some ice. And text is float. So we cannot use the text to break the ice. Wall is stop, so we can't modify any of these rules. Love on bird is you. So we can kind of use these birds as a bit of stepping stones. Maybe this is acid that we're using the birds to cross over. I need at least one bird in order to get out, right? But can I bring this rule with me? Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do? I can't quite... Like, we don't want the rule The rule has to be broken there. How are we doing this? How are we doing this? We need a bird on this, whatever this is, in order to get out. Because otherwise, lonely love is no longer you. Lonely love is you, but also love on bird is you. Ice is sink. So we need two things to sink the ice. And bird, the word, is not going to be one of those. Because text is float. Yeah, you got it, Mike. What are birds? We just don't know. Yeah, lonely is not too difficult to understand, as a lot of the words are usually pretty intuitive. What am I trying to do here? What am I trying to do? Because if I set up the birds, to... It's like I need to be able to get both birds across this green stuff. Right? Because otherwise I can't sink both two sections of ice. There's no way to make ice push. And it does me no good to push text across the ice. I have bird is push. Love on bird is you. So I can be me. Love can still be you, as long as love is on top of a bird. But for love to be on top of a bird, bird cannot be push. And if I get to this point here, I'm not you anymore. Can I... Lonely love is you. So I suspect that if I could somehow get a piece of text on top of me, that would count as not lonely. But that's probably impossible because we have no swap and we have no shift and no move. I'm not immediately seeing this one. You gotta love the Baba sentences, right? Just Baba phrases. Bird is not the word I feel lied to. I might be out of brain juice at this point. This might be where we leave it for next time. But it's exciting to get into a new world. Progress in this game is so rewarding, however it comes. Reset one more time. There's not a whole lot we can do. It feels like there are so few pieces to work with here. So it could be that because we're on a new world, there is some new mechanic that they are trying to get us to recognize. What is that? Because I could use this phrase. I could obviously use the phrase bird is push to push both of the birds outside of this initial barrier. But then I'm stuck, right? I have no way out. And even if I could somehow get underneath the text, as soon as I start pushing the other 2 blocks, bird is push is broken. So, and I can't move the text that's on top of me. Are we supposed to do something funky with a word being on top of a bird? I don't see how that helps me. It feels like it's just the same. Like if you somehow set up a phrase like this, it feels like it's just the same as if the bird was in front of the text to begin with. Like I'm still just trapped. Do I need to somehow cleverly break bird is push on this, on one of these corners out here? I do have these, the corners of the walls. But I don't think that's the answer either, because I can't line up bird as push. I don't think I'm seeing this one right now. I am not seeing this. All right, that is where I'm going to call it for today. The brain is just running on empty. You always get to that point with a Baba session, but a great session. We made great progress. What, 7, 8 puzzles at this stage of the game? Feels great. So more than happy to finish out the session there, and we'll be back with more puzzles soon. This has been Akinar, and I hope to see you in the next one.